Yeah, JJ now doesn't have a cushion either. Cade won't be playing. So, all of a sudden, 3 weeks ago we thought it was Cade as the guy with JJ as the cushion. Now JJ's the guy, and unfortunately there's no cushion for him. It's just him. And you've got Davis Warren at QB2 now, but it's a very different situation than Michigan was in to begin the year. And so I think, is JJ going to continue to complete 90% of his passes throughout the year? Probably not, right? We're not going to expect that. But I think to Mark's point, it's going to be interesting. I actually was talking to a couple of guys that we had on the Blue by 90 podcast last night, guys on the team, and we talked about, yeah, all right, is Maryland's defense, the best in the Big Ten? No, but they're Big Ten football players, and those guys are ready for that. And I think that's the next test, as we're saying, and they're ready to see, how does the speed of a Big Ten football player change how you go through your progressions and how quick a guy, comes back on the ball when they make a break. And so it'll be different for sure. And I bet you there will be a few plays where we see some growing pains from JJ.
Yeah, and I think it'll be important to see how he bounces back because being a first year full time starter is just something new. And
Yeah.
we haven't really seen him make a mistake and then immediately be back out on the field, right? We haven't seen him
Right.
throw a pick six, if you will, or just an interception overall. And then to see how he bounces back from that. I
Well,
am not. Go ahead.
yeah, I was trying to recall the Michigan State game. I know he got back in the game after he fumbled the ball. And I believe he
Hmm.
recovered. I'm pretty sure he got back in the game. I'm not sure if Harbaugh pulled him in that same series, and I can't recall. But he did. I think he has faced some adversity after making a mistake, but as you said, there's not as a starter.
Right. Well, and then also too coming right back out the next play, right? So I throw an
Right.
interception, we go to the sideline, whatever. Say the team gets a field goal, and now the offense is back, and I am the quarterback still. I don't foresee JJ having any confidence issues. He seems like just a really level headed kid, but very confident, and as he should be. He's incredibly talented, but you just never know. Like we've seen some guys that struggle with it, and we've seen some guys that have the shortest memory you could have. So it will be interesting to see how he handles that. And really overall, I mean, JJ hasn't made a lot of mistakes too when you think about his Michigan career. I mean, I think he had the Michigan State game. What there were the two fumbles in that game. I mean, outside of that, he hasn't made a lot of mistakes in a Michigan uniform.
He really hasn't been in that many high leverage situations overall, So that kind of comes with it. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity that Maryland could apply some amount of pressure. I think if there's any kind of pressure, it'll be if Maryland's putting up some points, on a somewhat regular basis. I'm not saying they're just going up and down the field like Washington did against MSU. Oops, but um,
I had to
sorry,
slip that in there. I love it.
had to
I
slip that
love
in
it.
there. Um,
MSU
but
catching strays. We gotta love it.
maybe not quite
Always.
like that. But if the Michigan defense, due to like you said, Justin, the speed they haven't seen quite this year, takes a minute to adjust. Yeah, maybe JJ feels like, oh, maybe I got to score a touchdown here. I got to do a little bit more. Um, I'm not sure what Donovan Edwards' status is, but it doesn't so far it doesn't sound like he's going to play Saturday. I mean, what happens if Blake Corum gets banged up a little bit? So those are the type of things you can't foresee that can happen in the course of a game that it may require a little bit more pressure being on JJ's shoulder. So I don't know. He really hasn't had that much high leverage to deal with.